Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Underdog Eats and I watched the movie Flashdance. Yes, you know the movie, with a chair and then there's music, this and a thing and water. Um, with the tagline, something happens when she hears the music. It's her freedom. It's her fire. It's her life. And when the ending came, when I saw that the subtitles ended, I thought from, wait, this is it? This is the movie? So, I laid the bar somewhat high, not super high, but somewhat high, because, Flashdance, I've heard it was a good movie, and it didn't really deliver, actually. I expected more, more process, more like Dirty Dancing, this whole process through it, she's first bad at dancing, she's dancing with Swayze, and then at the end of the movie, she's doing the performance, and everything's perfect, This movie wasn't like that. Not really. Yes, it may be well, I wouldn't say the ending was, everything was perfect, but the ending was different than I thought it would have ended. Let's say that. So just let's start with the movie, shall we? Wrong one. We're on top of a hill, and we see a lady stop. She's petting a young kitten. Well, maybe a kitten or maybe a young cat. Somewhere in between, I don't know. And then she continues with cycling. She cycles over a bridge, big bridge where cars also drive. And we're now, we see now men at work, We see some welding, some are hammering, some are, having having conversation from what to do next, or making plans or whatever, because we're on a kind of a construction site. So there's always somebody consulting somebody else. What do we have to do next? Or what can we do? You see somebody pointing. And we see at work, and then we see somebody named Alex, because that's on the welding mask. Put the mask off, and it's the lady that we saw from before. So she was, probably cycling to work. We're now in front of Malby's bar, and two guys are going inside. Inside it is packed, and they take a seat at the table, and they're looking at the stage, with a catwalk, and a woman, a silhouette of a woman comes now on stage and starts to do her dancing routine, which apparently also was Alex. But we can leave it at that, because if you don't know what's gonna happen next, watch the movie yourself. Now, the chair dancing scene was not very long after I stopped writing the movie down, because this was around, well, the chair with the water dancing scene was around the between the 4 and 6 minute mark, of the movie, so it happened very quick. Well, I didn't expect that, that the movie would have that scene so quick in the movie. But Alex was definitely a good friend. Because her friend Jeannie, they work both at Maui's, stupid name, MAWBY, apostrophe S space bar. So Mauby's bar. I don't know how to pronounce it. Mauby's bar. But they work there both, as just normal dancers on stage. And then she got a new boyfriend or something like that. He was a dick. And now she was working at the Sensi bar, or the Sensi, at another bar, where he's the owner or something like that. And that's a nudie bar. It's a titty bar, And she's working there. So what did Alex do? She, when she heard that Jeannie was working there, she got inside, saw Jeannie, dragged her off, and dragged her out. And when he was doing, hey, what do you do? She pushed him on stage, and all the guys grabbing him, to get him off. And, she was walking outside with her. So that's a good friend. You really need a friend like that, somebody who is, who's helping you when you're making the wrong decisions, who's helping you going on the right path when you are going on the wrong path. You need a friend like that. Well, I don't have a friend like that. I basically don't have friends, but we're not talking about me, we're talking about the movie now, The movie itself was actually rather okay, Like I said also at the beginning, I expected it better, I laid the bar a bit higher than that the movie actually delivered, in my opinion. So that was kind of disappointing. It was an enjoyable movie nonetheless, but it just didn't deliver as good as that I thought it would deliver. But hey, not every movie can be a 5 out of 5, So this movie gets a 3 out of 5. Still okay movie, but it's just not as good as I expected it to be. But go watch the movie yourself, leave likes, recommend a good dancing movie down below in the comment section. I think, or this weekend or next week, we're gonna do Footloose. I haven't seen the movie Footloose, but I've seen a school production musical of the movie Footloose. So I kind of seen Footloose, and I know the reference to Footloose, but I haven't seen the movie itself. So that one is also coming to the channel, so you don't have to recommend that one, because it's coming, well, or this week or next week. Also, very fun news. In 2 weeks, on June 7th, it's gonna be a new tattooing session, so yeah, exciting. And then hopefully the 4th session I'm gonna plan for at the end of the year, because yeah, it's probably better. But leave likes, recommend a good dance movie down below in the comment section, subscribe to the channel, come join Discord, and see you guys next time. Bye. tomorrow is gonna come Twilight Fans.